Hello and welcome to this short video entitled Badass BS, helping young men identify and reject toxic ideas about dating, relationships, women, and sex. Now, if you're watching this video, it is likely because you are a young woman and you have clicked on a Facebook ad for my book. And let me tell you what that's all about. That's a picture of me. My name is Alan Strandsman, and I'm an author, among many other things, and I wrote this book that you see right here, which is called Badass BS, helping young men identify and reject toxic ideas about dating, relationships, women, and sex. Now, why am I telling you about this book? Well, first of all, I wrote it as a response to a product that is called the Tao of Badass that was and still is, I believe, being marketed on the internet as a so-called dating guide for men. It was a very popular product. Now, once again, I'm speaking to an audience of young women, and I want you to be aware of what this kind of product is all about, because I think it's very important for young women to understand how some men, not all men thankfully, but how some men perceive women. And I'll just read you, this is an actual word-for-word excerpt from the promotional video for that so-called dating guide for young men, okay? So this is the language that is used to promote that product to men. This is what the actual video says. If you consider yourself an above average or even typical guy, stick around. This is totally for you. And if you watch until the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you the system that is literally step by step and is proven to create sexual intrigue that is so compelling and so powerful that almost any girl you use it on will find their panties around their knees soaked to the max before she can even say, "My name is." Now, again, I'm speaking to you as a young woman, hopefully an intelligent and aware young woman. This, again, I hope is not typical of all men, but if you are a university student or you're a young woman out in the working world or wherever you are, should be aware that there are ideas floating around. My book, which is called Badass BS, exposes the ideas that are behind these so-called dating guides, and I urge you to buy this book and to read it just so that you're aware, just so you're on your guard against this kind of nonsense, this kind of, frankly, BS. Now, how can you get my book? Well, if you click on the big yellow Buy Now button that is below the video on the sales page here on Lead Pages, it will take you to the Amazon sales page, and you can buy my book in both a print and digital version. It's under $10. I think it's a very valuable book for everybody, but in this video I'm speaking specifically to young women. Again, I urge you to be aware of the kinds of ideas that are out there that are very, very demeaning towards women, and I think very, very damaging to young men. That's the reason I wrote the book, but I also wrote the book to warn women, if you will, that there are some guys out there that have very, very demeaning and very negative and very toxic ideas about women and about sexuality, and my book really is an attempt to correct that. Okay, once again, click on the big yellow button if you want to find out more about my book on the Amazon sales page. Thank you so much.